'Cause Samuel 9, a story of shame, covenant, and unexpected restoration. He was 5 years old when the news came like a storm. His father Jonathan and his grandfather King Saul were dead. Panic swept the palace, the dynasty had fallen, and in the chaos his nurse picked him up to run, but she tripped. The fall shattered more than just bones. From that moment on, Mephibosheth could no longer walk. He went from royalty to crippled, from prince to forgotten, from the palace to Lodabar, a barren land whose name literally means no pasture, no hope. Years passed, no throne, no inheritance, no dignity, only shame, survival, and silence, until one day a knock came at his door. The new king, David, had summoned him. Terror must have flooded his heart. Would this king wipe out Saul's line? Would he punish the grandson of his old enemy? Still crippled, still broken, Mephibosheth was carried to the palace, laid before David like a man already dead. And then came the words he never expected. Don't be afraid. Because of the promise I made to your father Jonathan, I will show you kindness. I will restore your land, and you will always eat at my table. He didn't earn it, he couldn't walk to it. He didn't even ask for it, but grace found him. Not because of who he was, but because of a covenant made before he was even born. From that day on, Mephibosheth sat at the king's table, a broken man in a royal seat, covered by mercy, welcomed like a son. And when he sat at the table, his crippled feet were hidden by the cloth. That's what God's grace does. It finds us in our Lodabar,
in our shame, in our helplessness.
and he says, you may be broken, but I've prepared a seat for you. This is more than Mephibosheth's story, it's ours. We are the ones dropped by life, crippled by sin, living far from the king we once belonged to. But because of Jesus, because of a greater covenant sealed by his blood, we are carried back. Back to the palace, back to purpose, back to the table, not as servants, but as sons and daughters. You may feel forgotten, but the king has not forgotten you, and he is calling you to the table. Will you answer?